Well, hi there. How's it going? Sunday night. Let's do a recap of MLB and also talk about Monday. I really didn't do anything related to Sunday MLB. I didn't even get confirmed lineups up today. I was not feeling well and had just too much to handle today. Sometimes it's a summer and it's every day, and I get antsy. It's the kind of like job where I'm like I have this job to kind of put out the video and put out all the picks and send everything out to everyone. And some people are really into it some days, and some people aren't. And uh, but yet I have to kind of provide this every day. That's why I have a lot of respect for Professor Sides. I mean, Professor Sides, the professor picks with the professor. He gets out a quality product every day. He gets out like a 45-minute video going over all the games. You got to give the guy credit. It is extremely difficult. So today was one of those days where I just couldn't pull it all together and just having a rough day. So we do have a look at the day though. After the fact, it looks like it was 8-7. I don't know what the line on this Dodgers game was, but the line of the Houston game was somehow not that bad. 180 because it was like 300 yesterday. Anyway, looks like a choppy day though. 8-7. I did notice that the lowest scoring game of the day was an under. I think it was the Mets and Miami ended up being a 2-0 game. Really good pitching matchup with Sandy Alcantara and Taiwan Walker, I think it is. So that was good. Okay, I guess. I don't know if you made money. I didn't make a single bet or even listen to anything related to baseball at all today. So that was today, being Sunday. How about Monday? Well, we can change this pivot table reference to reference the 11th now instead of the 10th. And we've already pasted in the information for the 11th of Monday. And so we'll take a look. And the first thing I see here, I have this in the Excel file as well. I see 4 underdogs on the list. That's not normal. The algorithm, usually the projections we end up getting here have had fewer than 4 underdogs on many days, especially a short day like this that only has, I guess, 10 games in it. So one of the benefits of me not sending the Excel file out to everyone in the odds makers anymore is this will happen more, because in order to emulate and replicate exactly what I'm doing in the Excel file, if you don't have it and if you haven't had it for days and days and days, it will start to not generate the same projections that I'm going to have, because I'm going to do roster changes to everyone. I might update formulas. I might update distributions after working with this if I spend time on it. So the less I send this Excel file out to people, and with people not paying me very much or not paying and not getting up new subscribers, the list of people that get the Excel file every day is dwindled down to essentially nothing, or maybe one person. So that's good for bettors. It's good for people who bet, because if we keep this out of the hands of the odds makers, then we end up getting a day like today, Monday, being a day where you get better lines and more odds. You think this doesn't affect the lines? It does. I know where I send this file, and I know who bets, and so the less I put it out, the better for everyone. So there are 4 underdogs on here today. Arizona is at a plus 140. It's only a 5% margin. Margins are really tight today. If anything, it kind of says the pick of the day is Cleveland somehow at minus 102 over the White Sox. And this is because Lance Lynn, I believe, is going for the White Sox, and he's just been having just a really rough go of it this year. His ERA is not good. So that game is right here. Yeah, 27 innings pitched, 5.33 ERA for Lance Lynn. So, and the streaks are now going to be wrong because I'm not updating historical games a little bit in the Excel file, but we hardly use streaks anyway. So it's something to keep in mind if you're updating the Excel file yourself and you miss some days and miss some games, is your streaks are going to be wrong because they're tied to the history of the results of the games that you have in here. So as for Monday, right? The Monday look by MXP Factor, there Cleveland actually is number 1 by MXP Factor. So that's because of the margin and the power together, whereas Arizona ends up coming up number 2, tied with Miami within MXP. And this is an underdog line. So of these 9 games today, right? Is that what we said? there are some things to pick 10 games today. So that Mets, that's a really good pitching matchup, that Mets Atlanta game tomorrow night. So most of these games are tomorrow night. There's one day game, I guess, the Detroit game against Kansas City during the day. So they'll battle that out. But that's the look, and that'll be the video for Monday. I will be able to get confirmed lineups up later in the day here in the Google Sheet. I thought I was going to be tied up, but I'm not going to be tied up as much tomorrow. So we'll do that, and we'll get weather in later in the day. But as for that, good luck, everybody. May all your picks be winning. If you do one thing tomorrow, I have to tell you to take the Guardians. Yikes. But that's why you never listen to me. You always listen to the algorithm. The algorithm says take the Guardians. And the algorithm says take Arizona. And the algorithm says take Miami. And the algorithm says take Philadelphia. Now you start to get, look at how low these MXP factors are, actually. Hold on a second before we're done. The MXP factors are so low that this is a very, very weird day. As I was kind of looking at the schedule here, and I was trying to figure out, why is this such a weird day? And I think it's the fact that we're coming right before the All-Star break, right? So I believe what's going on is maybe they're using pitchers that haven't pitched very much. Because if you look at the pitched innings here for some of these games, you got 4 innings for Brian Bello, 15 innings for Adrian Martinez, 10 innings for Spencer Howard, 6 innings for Jose Urena. So I suspect that is having something to do with these extremely low MXP factors and low margins and weird comparative games. So that's just something to keep in mind, that that these are extremely close games, and that's kind of why the lines are there. So I think that's why you're seeing some of these underdog lines popping up. You even got an MXP factor of 0 for Oakland as the 9th pick of the day, with 3% margin. And that Atlanta game, this is also a 9th pick. So it says Atlanta barely beats the Mets in a super, super low scoring game. Right? Yeah, Max Scherzer, the battle of the Maxes. It's projecting 2-2-3-3 type game, close game, similar to what it did with the Miami Mets game today. All right, guys. So that's the update for Monday. May all your picks be winning. If you'd like a copy of the Excel file, raise the price to $100 instead of doing the $30 for 30 days anymore for the subscription, because I just don't feel like being married to this file every day for the rest of the year. I mean, this season goes into Mr. October was Reggie Jackson, right? Season goes into October, right? When you include playoffs, that is, if I had enough fingers to count that, I mean, that's 100 more days or something. The money just isn't there. It just isn't there. The views are just not there. The views on the YouTube videos, we get 50 views. If we get 100 views on a baseball video, that's insanely a lot. And I guess it's because, and I know the word doesn't get out as much as it should. I know YouTube doesn't promote my videos because I'm not monetized yet. I still have a ways to go to get monetized when it comes to watch hours. So I'm just trying to, I'm trying to move my channel in a direction where I can get monetized, and where every time I do one of these videos, I'll make some money. So I'm a little motivated more to produce videos and spend more time on them, and do more of them, so that, because they would be income generating for me, and it wouldn't just be me trying to show everybody what the baseball games are supposedly going to do for the day, or the football games, or the college basketball games, or the hockey games, but it would also be an income stream for me, because right now I'm doing, this essentially to try to make money. And then of course I have all the side things I do to actually make any money that I do make. So I'm kind of torn. I don't want to put everybody on an emotional roller coaster every day and be like, am I going to do this? Am I begging for money for people to do this? And I don't want it to be like that. I just want to kind of do it when I can, but you may need it. And I may not want to do it that day. Right. So in order to prevent that problem, because I don't want to be disappointing people, I'll just kind of try to do this at the end of the night when I'm done with everything else, roll forward the file for tomorrow, put some projections up. They're not going to be perfect because they're not confirmed yet. Hopefully I'll get to confirming and getting more updates in the morning or the next day. But if I don't get it on time, I just don't get it on time. If you're somebody who bets a lot of money and you really want my time and you want me to spend time doing, working on this, then you can contact me and you can send me significant amount of money and I will do that for you. Because I know you people out there that are betting thousands of dollars a game. And if I did that, I don't know what would happen. I don't do that. I can't handle losing them like that. I don't know how. I mean, I guess if you're extremely wealthy, that's your range, right? But I can't stomach losing $100 on a game. I look at it as like, oh my God, I could have bought a brand new hockey helmet with that money. I just can't do it. So even though this is like gambling, at the same time, I don't want it to mean a lot. And so if you're someone who does this for a living, people have contacted me that do this for a living. And if you're doing well, the comments are still positive about what's going on with the algorithm, although I'm sure you guys are having losing days just like we all do, right? So I don't know, just thinking out loud about what to do because I know people want it, but people, I guess, don't want it that much. So I will start altering different videos on my channel and certainly go over different topics. And the way baseball's going is it's kind of like working its way out. And I think by the end of the month of July, I don't see any real potential. We're talking about years that I've done baseball off and on, and you're still getting like 50 views a video. It's like, I guess the demand isn't there, right? So I guess I'll stop. All right. So that's kind of what we're getting at. I mean, I turned 43 years old on July 30th, and that seems like a good time to stop doing this. So that's when everyone's subscriptions for 30 days are basically up right there at the end of July. So I guess we'll just kind of keep chugging on. And even though I say I'm not going to do it anymore, I'll probably end up doing it again anyway, because someone will ask. But it's just not doing it for me. And I suppose it's probably not doing it for a lot of you guys, right? Like if everyone was making a fortune and desperate to have it every day, then I would be getting more contacts every day. So I think it's just kind of going like a mixed bag, like wagering on sports can be. And even though it's doing better than average and better than normal, it's not, it's not a get rich quick scheme, or it is essentially a get rich quick scheme. Like you're not going to get rich quick. So you just have to kind of keep at it. And if you enjoy the sport of baseball, I understand why you like this. If you enjoy watching it, but man, I just don't. I don't really like watching it all that much. And so it just kind of becomes like, what are we doing here? I don't know. All right. So that's the update for Monday. That's the long, extended, drawn out explanation of where this is going. And that's about all I can provide, and the most honest way I can provide it to tell you what I'm thinking. All right. So good luck, everybody. For those who care about baseball, for those who wager on baseball tomorrow, mail your picks.